That's kind of there you go over there.
Five, four, okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I'll go back to the other screen. I'll go back to the other tab. I'll bring it back.
Hello. Wait for everybody to come on in.
Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday to y'all.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Hello, hello. Oh. So it looks like it's a delay.
No, that's okay. It's the same plan.
Let me see something. Okay, there we go.
Thank
you. Is that good? One second, guys. We're just trying to get this all set up and together, so we apologize. Bear with us. Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, we good. We good. How we doing today? How we doing today? So we are officially on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And so this is how we'll be going live from here on out. Thank you. So yeah, let's get it. How we doing today, guys? How we doing today? Me and my brother got a great show for you guys today. Like I said, it may be a little bit of a delay, but we are live on here. And just making it do what it do. Today. What we looking like today, my brother?
Hello to everybody. Pleasure to be here. Today we got a subject. We're going to be talking about loyalty within relationships.
Yes, sir.
Loyalty within relationships will be the topic. So super excited to just bring this topic and to walk away with another lesson learned from just kind of hearing from each other. So we definitely will be looking at the comments that each platform has to offer, and we'll try to answer as much as we can. But yeah, this is a very important topic, loyalty within relationships, because loyalty is always tested.
Yeah.
I think that we all have different definition of loyalty. It's a time to be loyal to self, and there's a time where you have to be loyal to your goals and your core values over other people. So just to see how that look in motion, and again, have that powerful conversation about it.
I like it. My brother, when you hear this word loyalty, what's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
Commitment. When it comes to loyalty, is commitment.
Okay.
Your ability to be committed over time, over different situations and interactions. Like, can you be committed regardless to whatever the situation is? As I look back over certain relationships, there are certain things that change if
Okay.
distance come in between,
Mhm.
or if money come involved, or some things like that. And so it's like, can you be committed even
Okay.
when different challenges arise?
Okay. 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 Bro, when I hear loyalty, I'm gonna say same things comes to mind for me is commitment. Um, truth. Um, truth is one of the main things that come to mind. Can you be truthful? Can you be true to yourself, and can you be true to someone else? Um, and I think that loyalty, I'm gonna say growing up, um, you it made me understand and take loyalty really, really serious growing up. I think that word, I'm gonna say, especially for a lot of men, means a lot. You know, it really means a lot. Um, and I'm gonna say for me, somebody's word or what they say to me,
Mhm.
um, your relationships. Um, I think for me, that's what um, dictates the relationships for me. But your how loyal you are, or how loyal you can be.
Mhm.
You know, and so yeah, I think this is a really, really interesting topic.
So the first question I would like to ask you, and hopefully you don't take us 5 miles around the block like you always do, when you could just go straight.
I'm so happy.
When you could
I'm
just
so
go
happy.
straight to it.
I'm so happy you're here close to me.
Sure, I am too. It's been a long time since I've been a person in But yeah, when if loyalty starts within self, how important is self loyalty first, and how do you view that as far as if you taking the person in under your wing or letting them in your corner?
Mhm.
Do you look at how loyal they are to themselves first, or what does that mean to you?
I think that's tough, bro. Yes, you can. That can be a meter that you measure it by.
Mhm.
It can be, but I'm going to say for me personally, it's watching and see what you do,
Mhm.
and just going from there. Because I think a lot of times you're the last person sometime that you're loyal to. You're loyal a lot of times to other people more than you are yourself in a lot of situations.
I personally, I think that's a problem, though. It can be a problem when you're more loyal to other people. So I kind of look at when it comes to loyalty, like what are your core values? Because if your core values is not to be the best you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not being the best version of yourself for you, then how can you be that for somebody else?
Let me give you. I'm not using this as an excuse, but I'm just explaining it a little bit. As a parent, you're more likely to disappoint yourself than to disappoint your children, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the shame of you disappointing yourself rather than the shame of you disappointing someone else, relationship or whatever wise, right? Because again, a lot of times we can hide it, and we can hide the shame and hide the situation, but with someone else, it can be, oh, he was unloyal to me, and it can go from this person to this person to this person to this person. And so a lot of times it's that situation, right? And you say, okay, hey, I'll do this for this person, and I'll just make it up to me on this end, or this and this, and it just tends to go on. You know what I mean? So just an example of why I was saying that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like your example. I kind of come to realization I really don't like you, but I'm here because of my loyalty for the show.
Okay.
And it's really hard to sit next to you. It's really hard to sit next to you, but when I think about the greater good of the message that's going forth, I can stomach it. And so that's how I get past today. But yeah, loyalty to self definitely means something.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to kids and family, sometimes you do have to put, especially your kids, in front of you, because when you have kids, you've automatically put their needs and even some of their wants in
Mm.
front of you. But I think you definitely just have to balance that out as well, because
I feel
it could be a false balance.
No, I feel the same way, but like I said, giving examples and looking at it sometimes and say, okay, you know what? A lot of times situations are people are putting other people before themselves,
Mhm.
and situations above themselves because of it could be the embarrassment, it could be I can make it up to myself, or this, and this, or the just the shame.
I agree. I think though, what could be challenging or
Mhm.
pose a challenge down the road is when you learn to do that in almost every area, every relationship.
Mhm.
Now, every time you enter into something, you putting yourself last because you just become accustomed to it. It's become a habit. So we got to make sure that certain behaviors and certain things that we
Well,
do don't unknowingly become a habit.
I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna just speak for me personally. Um, I have to do better at that because I neglect myself and neglect situations a lot of times because I want the betterment of someone else or
Mhm.
other situations, and just say, okay, you know, I can wait, or okay, it's this. But a lot of times, I think it is important that we're selfish,
Mhm.
and just say, okay, you know what, I'm doing this for me.
Yeah.
And I think on the back end, though, too, a lot of people can make you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
We were having a conversation, and I was telling you, my grandma would always say, um, charity starts at home, then you spread abroad,
Right.
right? And with that being said, a lot of times we think about home or taking care of home or helping home or giving charity to home before you give it somewhere else or do
Mhm.
something else. And so, again, it's a lot of different statements, or you're taught a lot of different things. But are you taught realistically to take care of self, or are you taught to take care of others?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think sometimes that can be a problem. And who teaches you to take care of yourself, right?
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times it's self.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
It kind of remind me on the airplane when they saying in case of emergency, in
Mhm.
the event of emergency,
Mhm.
put on your own oxygen mask
Mhm.
first
Mhm.
before securing others.
Mhm.
It kind of reminded me of that time you called me and you told me that you had a lot of family business to take care of, and you was like, because I want to put my family first, I'm not gonna brush my teeth. And I was just like,
hello, hello. But go ahead.
and I was like, listen, brother, I know you love your family, but please take care of yourself first, because
Okay.
that's can you be mature, sir? But that's super important to take care of yourself first, but
Right.
in so many different areas. Because again, man, you'll be suffering in areas that you didn't even know you were suffering in. And so
Right.
it's super important, man, that we learn. But it's this thing called development, brother, that's so important.
Mhm.
And my thing is this: out of every experience, if you can just develop a little more faith, a little more patience, a little more whatever you need, then you become a little bit better versus just totally ignoring something. And so sometimes it takes somebody to bring it to your attention, because sometimes we be so busy in the many things that we do that we don't even know that we forgot to eat, that we forgot to do the things that we need to do in order so that we can function on the high level that some of us function on. That is a little bit better than the short bus, but we're not trying to act as if we're better than the people on the short bus, because what God has for you is for you. Amen.
Amen. Amen. When it comes to, I'm gonna say this: we're talking about loyalty to self, and I think a lot of what God wants for us is loyalty to self. Yes, He wants us to help others, but He wants us to get us together first, and He wants us to. And I think spiritually, you and I were having a conversation, and you were just saying a lot of people can quote songs on the radio, but they can't quote scripture.
Mhm.
And so, what's your? Let's dig into that a little bit and give us a little bit more of your insight or how you feel about that, please.
So, my experience with
Mhm.
learning God is everything is based on relationship,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And that Bible and prayer and meditation, these are all communication. That's communication with God.
Mhm.
And so, I was saying that sometimes people would be like, hey, I'm not a Bible scholar. I don't know any scriptures.
Mhm.
And I was saying that sometimes we know way more scriptures than we think we do because a lot of the songs and the hymns were made from scripture. So you have that word, but then the actual word itself is like take some time to know it, because when you're in that battle
Mhm.
and you being attacked by the enemy, it's not what my pastor said. It's not what a minister said. It's not what that person on any social media platform said.
Sure.
It's what the word said.
Okay.
So when Jesus was attacked,
Mhm.
after he fasted, he simply gave the word to the enemy.
Mhm.
So you have to know some word in order to give that word in order to get the victory. And so it's a matter of how bad do you want it. If we could remember one thing, then we could remember almost anything. It's just all about applying yourself.
So, what would be one of your favorite scriptures?
Man, there's so many of them, brother.
I'm just
But,
saying one.
I like the one that says I could do, very famous one, but I could do all things through Christ who strengthened me.
Mhm.
Another one that's really come into play is this one is a paradoxal, but this paradoxal says that his strength is made perfect in my weakness.
Mhm.
It's a paradoxal because it almost sounds like a contradiction.
Mhm.
But when we realize that God's strength is made perfect when we're weak, when we're vulnerable, when we feel like we come to that conclusion, like I can't do this on my own.
Mhm.
This is not by my strength nor by my might, but by the strength and the might of the Holy Spirit. That's when you truly allow the Holy Spirit to do what it does. But anything before that, you think that you have the answer, or everything is under the security of how you can manipulate it and move it and make it do what you want it to do. But that's not always going to be the case to victory.
I'm going to say for me, and I know this is going to sound a little crazy, but for me, it would be Jesus wept. And that's so powerful to me, because for our Creator to have emotion and to cry, and us as men,
Wow.
sometimes have an issue with that.
Wow.
And so to understand that and say, okay, why did Jesus weep? Why did Jesus have emotion? Why was he this? You understand what I'm saying? And so it makes me look at me and say, okay, sometime I need to weep. Sometime I need to look at myself or look at the situation and really not be so tough about it or what have you.
Bro, that is powerful. I forgot to share one with you. One of my favorite. I forgot to share one of mine with you, but you just made me remember. One of my favorite scriptures is Jesus wept, y'all. And the reason why this is one of my favorite ones is that when we look at the word, it says, and the word became flesh. Okay. So when you look at Jesus, he is the word becoming flesh. And if somebody that was in the heaven humanity come down in a human form and show us how important it is for us as men to weep, then it lets me know that I can weep too. You bad because I took it? That's what you call taking somebody's stuff right in front of them.
Oh my God.
If Puff Daddy can do it, I can do it too.
You take that
The way he was, my son and my nephew was watching a documentary, and he was taking guys' girlfriends. I'm like, whoa. He took like 4 or 5 guys' girlfriends, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your sayings, brother, because that was good in all seriousness.
Thank you
For sharing that.
Thank you. What you got, my brother?
When it comes to this loyalty within relationships, how do you separate you being loyal to family versus somebody taking advantage of you? How do you separate those two?
Bro, it's tough. It's tough. I'm gonna say on every aspect. I'm gonna say um, whether it's intentional or, and I think whether it's intentional or non-intentional, um, family, marriage, or whatever, um, we have to recognize certain things and understand we're all human, and that um, people can take advantage of you because of what they want or what they want from you or out of a situation.
Facts.
And so it's being firm about it and just putting your foot down and saying, okay, hey, just being a matter of fact about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Just calling it out or just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's difficult sometimes because if it was someone else, but I think the people that are closest to you and you feel like they're trying to manipulate or take advantage of you, um, it can be a problem.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but again, it happens. It happens, and my thing is, let's just be a matter of fact about it. Let's just call it out and say what it is, and say how you feel, because, like I said, it happens. It
definitely happens. I'm gonna say it happens both knowingly and unknowingly. Sometimes people don't know that they depending on you more than they actually depending on God, and so sometimes you gotta tell people, hey, you gotta figure this one out. I'll assist you, but you gotta figure some things out on your own. I think we want to make sure that we don't put ourselves in the position to people will call on us before they even pray about it or before they truly seek the answer themselves. Like, have you tried everything within your power, or did you just say, I'm gonna call this person who I know gonna show up? So yeah, that's super important.
Bro, I think emotionally, loyalty is important because I think a lot of times our emotions play a lot into us being loyal or unloyal.
Emotions do.
Yeah.
They do play a part. So let me ask you this. When should you be loyal to your emotions and when should you not be loyal to your emotions? Give me an example if you can.
I think you're loyal when you're thinking logically. And it's logic. I mean, and I say that all the time. If this is logical, what you're saying or what you're doing, and if it's fair, right? Don't come at me with emotion. You're making a decision based off of how you feel, and it's not a thought out process, or um, it's no roadmap to the end of whatever we're trying to solve or resolve.
Yeah.
And so
that's pretty good. I look at it like this: what's the solution? And whatever that solution is, how we gonna get there? And a lot of times your emotions could be the vehicle that really stop you from getting to that solution because of those tears. That's why sometimes you gotta cry on your way out the door. I'm crying, but I'm crying as I'm moving forward. I'm not crying and staying in it. I'm not crying and giving up. I'm not crying and throwing in the towel. So you can use those tears to foster energy for you to do what you need to do. But yeah, them emotions, man, they're gonna always come up. And so
I'm gonna say when it comes to this thing called loyalty, and when we talk about it and look at it, I look at it as far as your actions. A lot of people can say they're loyal, but their actions will show different. I think a lot of people are more loyal to their job or to a situation and this and that more than they are to a relationship or what they're supposed to be. And I think, again, you have to have a happy medium.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of people will be like, my job is this,
Mhm.
and this is how I survive, or this is this. Um, that job is going to go away. You're going to retire. This. Then you're going to fall back on this person.
Yeah.
And that love that you weren't giving them, or that way you were treating them, it's going to come back to haunt you. And I think a lot of times we really need to be aware of how we're treating people and what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you, like I said, you do have to have a happy medium. Yes, you need to go to work, and yes, this and this. But um,
You gotta balance everything. Go.
well, I look at it like this. For me, God, my wife, then everybody, everything else. When you have an order to your life or order to this, right? Um, what's the importance? If she needs me here, and that's the importance over a job or over anything else. And I understand that, and you have to look at that. And
What order? You said God, your wife, and everything else. What order do you put that hat in? Is it under that, or because I think it should be last on your list? What order do you put that hat in? Because it looks so silly to me, and there's an evil spirit in me that wants to knock it off. Don't they? don't make me old before my time.
right now, what is the order to your life?
It's definitely God, because not only scripture, but I seen like firsthand when I didn't put God first. The result of that wasn't good. And so it's God. It's being a father, being a grandson, being a trainer, being all the many jobs that I play, and it's quite a few. But I think everything revolved off of God first, because if it wasn't God first, I wouldn't have the energy. I wouldn't have the strength to do everything that I do.
I'm gonna ask you this: what's the second thing? And I don't want you to bunch them all. And the reason why I say that, Rance, is this: a lot of times we can get confused, and a lot of times we have to know and be as a matter of fact. This is what it is, right?
So for me, that second thing was, and still is, fatherhood, because that's most important for me to be a good father.
Okay.
Where I think I went wrong at is I thought loyalty, because I didn't know how to balance it out, being loyal brought forth worry. Like I worried and I stressed so much because there were certain things that I didn't have control over. How many times I could see my kids, when a judge look at you and tell you that twice a month is enough, no matter how you feel about it, you got to go with that sometimes. And so I worried so much, and I didn't know at the time, but it was a lack of faith. I didn't know that those were the times that I needed to just say, God, I trust you when I'm not there, and I'll be there when I'm allowed to be there. So there was a time where I had a false balance when it came to loyalty, because I thought loyalty meant I had to be at every event. I thought loyalty meant that when my son turned a certain age, he's supposed to stay with me. I thought that. I said, when my son get 12, 13, he need to be with me, because although his mother is a great parent, she's a woman and I'm a man. But at 16, my son is in an excellent Yeah, it ain't going back on that camera for some reason.
Okay, there we go, guys. Sorry about that.
They can hear us. Can you guys hear us now?
1 second. Is that better, guys? Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about the inconvenience on that. Sorry about that. But we're back. We're back.
So what we were saying, what I was saying about parenting is that my loyalty when it came to fatherhood, there was a time where I didn't have a balance with it.
Okay.
And so without having a correct balance, I thought that I had to beat her for everything. I thought that things had to go my way, especially with my son.
Okay.
With my son, I always felt like when my son get 13, 14, it's time for him to spend the last 4 or 5 years with his dad. And so now that time has come, my son is in a great environment. He's at a great school, and everything is good. So it didn't have to happen my way. And I've learned that to just say, God, I trust you. It doesn't have to happen my way because your thoughts and my thoughts aren't the same. And so you have to learn that, or you'll be. So you have to learn to be loyal for the right reason, and you have to learn at what season when to press and when to trust. Because if you're pressing at a season where you're supposed to be standing, then you're gonna be in trouble. Or if you're standing in a season where you're supposed to be pressing, then that's gonna be a false balance, and it'll just cause you to have a life of stress. And so you gotta know what season that you're in this thing called loyalty.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. Bro, I'm gonna say this. Even within marriage, bro, this this thing called loyalty, it can be. You can have false balances sometimes, and you can just go in it and it's just difficult. I'm gonna say in just relationship period, it can be difficult because I'm gonna say this thing called loyalty and trust can be like in sometime an illusion, you know. And I think it's tough because you'll question a lot of things based on your hurt or the hurt that someone has brought to you, the hurt that you have or had in past relationships, your past trauma within relationships or situations. And so trust is a big part of loyalty, and to build trust and to, I'm going to say this, to knock a building down and chip away at something and study, beat it down brick by brick. If you don't repair those bricks, the house is never going to be the same. And so I think in relationships, we have to repair what we break. And I think that is huge when it comes to loyalty, right? Because you can't break something or hurt something and then just let it be, right? Because if you don't patch it up, it's always going to be distrust there. It's always going to be a bruised situation, or you know, because you didn't fix what you broke.
Yeah.
You know, and that comes from, like we said, trust. It comes from heartbreak. It comes from a lot of different things, and I say that within relationships. And I want to say this to people too. If you were in a relationship and you're not in that relationship, it's your job to fix you, because you're taking a broken person to someone else. I hear, and I'm gonna just be totally forthcoming on here. We'll have different things that we're talking about on here, and people will come on and talk about their ex-husband was this, or their man was this, or their this situation is that, and you're talking about a person that's no longer in your life, and you're using that example and talking about you want to move forward and move on. Ma'am, you gotta heal yourself. You have to heal yourself, because again, you're allowing someone that's not in your life to put up roadblocks for other people, and you're not trusting other people, and you're judging everybody else based off of that relationship. That's a problem.
I agree 100%. It's really the power of forgiveness.
Yeah.
The power of forgiveness is almost to the degree like I'm so fixated on my present time so that my future could have so many blessings to what people did in the past.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter from the standpoint of me always talking about it or always bringing it up. If you always talk about it and always bringing it up, it's because most of the time you're not healed. I think about when we're driving, we have that windshield in our car, right? It's there because it shows us what's in front of us. Within that windshield, you have a rearview mirror.
Yeah.
The rearview mirror is very important. You have to look in the rearview mirror sometimes to get over. But if you stay in that rearview mirror too long, you will crash into something that's in front of you.
Yeah.
Same thing with life. Look at your past only so that you can get over to continue to go forward, only so that you don't make those same mistakes. But it shouldn't hold so much weight until it stop you from going forward, to stop you from trusting, and to stop you from falling in love again. Remember those feelers you had back in the day that you stole from the mall in Flint when they used to call you Duty? Yes. Remember those feelers? It stands for fall in love again. Okay. And so you got to fall in love with yourself before you can love somebody else.
Another part of that I want to say is, don't get it twisted with a past relationship and a current relationship. Like I was stating, if you're causing hurt or harm, it's your job to build trust and to go whatever you need to go through to fix your wrongdoing or fix your wrongs, and make it right. And it's not just forget and move on. It's one, my dad would tell me all the time, he goes to AA meetings, and he's been doing it for about 25, 30 years. And he said the first thing is admitting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Unknown caller.
Why is that? I'm sorry. Why is that important that we admit? And he said, because you want to acknowledge that this is who you are, or this is the situation. Yeah. And how can you get over a situation if you don't tell the truth about it?
I like that thought process, bro, and just everything to go with it, because when it comes to loyalty within relationships, the number one relationship we have is the relationship within ourselves. So back on this subject with trust, you got to learn to trust yourself. Okay. And so when you come up out of a relationship that wasn't conducive to it becoming a marriage, or it didn't reach the pinnacle of what you thought, the first thing you got to do is tell yourself is that I learned a lesson that's so valuable till I won't pick the same way that I picked this person. So I could trust myself. I could trust myself to do better. When you truly believe that you can trust yourself to do better, the law of attraction is you're going to attract something better. But if you don't trust yourself to do better, you're going to continue to attract something off of those temporary feelings and emotions.
Explain that once again, what you just said, please.
So, again, you coming out of a long relationship, it didn't end, and instead of being that person that say, well, this person didn't do this, that, this person was awful, instead of putting all the blame on that person, if you do like your dad saying, you take accountability to say, you know what, I seen this sign, I seen that sign, but I ignored it because I wanted love and I wanted affection and human touch. I wanted all those things so bad.
Okay.
So next time around, I'm going to be patient and I'm not going to allow these emotions to get in the front seat, but I'm going to allow logic and most importantly, the Holy Spirit to get in the front seat. So with that being said, I could trust myself. I can trust myself more because that's what it is. It's a let me trust myself so that I can attract what I need to attract.
I applaud that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Brother, when it comes to this thing called loyalty, I want to dig into religion a little bit once again. How loyal are you to God and His Word when it comes to your life? Truthfully.
I think that's another one of those things that has to develop.
Okay.
If I'm honest and I look back, I wasn't loyal years ago.
Thank you.
But you learn along the way. It's a shame if each year the only thing that happens is our age change, but our wisdom don't grow. And so you have to say that, you know what I'm saying? I lived a life of sin. And I used to hear the old folks say, a miserable life of sin. And sin was so miserable. But the truth is, sin isn't miserable. Sin could be fun. Sin is a turn up. Sin brings you so much pleasure to your flesh. But it's the result of it and the consequences that come with it that makes it the awful thing that you look back and say, I really could have avoided that. I could have avoided this. But again, everything has to develop. And so my thing is, don't be so hard on yourself till you don't grant yourself or allow yourself to accept the grace that God has gave you. But at the same time, understand that you have something in you that is so special. You have a fire inside of you. So you use that fire to get what you need to get in life, and to understand that fire is the Holy Spirit. It's within us. So we sealed with something so amazing. When we come into that understanding of it, we will appreciate it more than we just ignore it or look over it or put our flesh in that driver's seat again.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's all learning, man. And the truth about it is, at the Bible college I go to, my instructor is 83 years young.
Okay.
I say 83 years young because this man of God teaches Bible college 3 days a week. Okay. He preaches on Sunday. So 4 or 5 times a week, he's up, standing on his feet for 2 and 3 hours preaching and learning. And he'll tell you, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. So if an 83-year-old man of God can tell me that he's still developing, then we are too. Yeah. We never truly have it. And I think that's important with this thing called loyalty, for the husband to never feel like I got it all together. I don't need to learn nothing. For the wife to feel like that. For the son to feel like that towards his parents. For the father to never feel like that towards his kids. Just never get to the point to where you think that it's you got more than enough, or you got what it takes.
I'm gonna say, my opinion, the first part of loyalty when it comes to relationship is communication. And we need to communicate where we want to be and where we need to be. But I know this is going to sound crazy, but
most of the stuff you say do.
It is, but deal with it. Even everything you do, you need to have communication when it comes to two people. You know what I'm saying? Physically, you need to communicate what you like, what you don't like. And communication needs to be there because, again, you're assuming this is what it is, or you can just make me feel good, or what have you. I don't care what the situation is, and I'm just using that as an example and just saying it always needs to be communication. Always need to be communication. Communicate to me what you like, what you want, how you want to feel, how you want me to treat you, especially within a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mine and your relationship, we're not shy or bashful about talking to each other and telling each other, bruh, I felt a certain kind of way about this, or I didn't like this, or what have you. And I respect it so much. You know, and if it is a problem, or if it is something, I can call you and say, okay, hey, bro, this is an issue for me, or this and this, and we're mature enough to handle those situations or talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Why he laughing?
Absolutely. Now, I couldn't help. Sometimes when people thinking, you said all good stuff, so I'm not undermining that at all. You said all good stuff. Thank you for that. But I was just thinking about some years ago, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Some people that I know, one older brother called his other brother. He thought something may have happened that didn't happen, but the fact that they can have this conversation, they was able to handle it like gentlemen and like brothers instead of guessing and just being immature about it. So for me, that allowed growth to happen. And so that's what a situation is. A situation that we don't like, it's an opportunity for growth. Whenever you're uncomfortable, whenever you don't feel like talking, but you talk your way through it, that's an opportunity for growth. And so a lot of times it's like, hey, let's take advantage of this opportunity because we need this in order to go to the next level. If there is no challenge, there is no next level.
I'm going to say this. I think when you don't, you leave room for assumption or BS, right? And I'm going to just say as men, if we don't communicate or have a good level of communication, you know what I'm saying? Right, wrong, or indifferent. Handle that business, talk about it, or check on it. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because what tends to happen is, we were talking about trust earlier.
I like that comment. Somebody said courageous conversations. Wow. That's everything.
Yeah, because
that's what produces growth.
I'm gonna say
it took a lot of courage.
If not,
you ain't being 100 with the definition of loyalty within itself.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it 100, not with the word, but with the definition.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I can 100% respect the man if you come to me and say, bro, I feel like this. I feel like you're not being loyal to me in this area, right? I'm not offended by you coming at me and us having a conversation, because I want to get clarity. And especially if I'm not doing that and you're assuming, especially if I'm not doing that and I'm assuming. You understand what I'm saying? I want clarity. And the reason why I say that is, a lot of people don't say anything and underline or feeling things, or thinking that this person is this and that, and they don't have real men conversations. And that, for
definitely,
me,
to sum it all up, bro, communication is key. I've been telling my son that. I said, if anything, overly communicate. You know, he's 16, he has a car now. And so you got to overly communicate with your mother. You got to overly communicate with me. If you're going to drive somewhere, send a text when you get there and just say 2 words: I'm safe. And it'll leave her where anxiety is not high. And the same thing with me. Like, let us know you safe. We want to know until you get things into a level We feel like you're driving on expert mode, but right now you're a 16-year-old, and we want to make sure you're good this first year or two.
Bruh, I'm learning that I have to have heart to hearts with Harper. We have her full time now, and just getting a level of understanding, and then allowing her to express herself to me and tell me how she really feels, so I have an understanding or understand how to go into it. What I will say is this to them: men and women are going to parent differently or have a different view.
1,000%. And I'm gonna tell you this: the way that
oh my God,
the way that you respond to her as a young lady is gonna make you better as a man overall, because it's a certain level of patience. For me, my dad has 4 boys, so the conversations that we had is way different from how I treat my daughter. So when I found out I was having a daughter, I shut down, brother. For the first 4 hours. I mean, I totally shut down because I just knew I was having a boy. It was so bad, so I was in the doctor's office and I just stopped talking and had the ugliest attitude that you'll ever think of. So I go home, I take a nap, and I kid you not, right hand to God, God showed me my daughter, who she was. I seen her exact face, ponytails on the side, and in a dream, I'm like, wow, that's my daughter. So at that point, I woke up and was like, that's daddy's girl. And so I said that to say this: your ability to be patient with her is just gonna open you up to a whole level of life that you didn't even know exist. When it comes to girls, you have to be patient to the degree to, if you don't agree with something, you can't shut them down with your no, or even act like you upset, because if you do, they'll feel like they can't come to you. My father gonna trip. My great-great-granddaddy Pernell is going to trip if I come to him with my true feelings. So even if it's something you don't like, I even listen to my daughter's situations with her boyfriend and or whatever it is, or to always leave that door open. So it's not like we do at the boxing gym. At the boxing gym, somebody get knocked down, you tell him, get your butt up. And depending on where you at, you might even say, get your cuss word up. But with a girl, it's no, you're going to be okay, I got you. Or you just sometimes listen. And that don't mean that you don't correct or offer advice that comes from experience, but it means you just have to be a little more sensitive and a little more softer. So for you to be like actually using lotion on your hands and coming in touch with your feminine side, because every masculine man has some kind of femininity within him, and if you don't know how to tap into that, then something wrong, because you're only one way. And so you learn how to tap into both to a degree.
I was gonna say, I think it is tapping into both a little bit.
It is, bro.
You know, and I'm gonna say for me as well as for her, to understand what it is to be around a man, to understand what it is, the authority of a man. And I think a lot of times the biggest problem I see with women is they don't understand the authority of a man, or don't understand the position that this man has within that relationship or within your life.
Yeah.
I think that's something missing in a lot of relationships, is respect. A lot of men want respect and a lot of women want love. You know, and,
absolutely. And that's gonna be a great conversation to have that too. But that's definitely true. With men, we have to have that respect. When God created us, he created us equally. The man is not over the woman, and the woman isn't over the man. We created equally. But when it comes to leadership, that leadership goes to that man. And that's where a lot of people have a problem at, to say that. If it's a marriage, I feel like for the most part, I'm going to get the last say so on certain things.
Mhm.
If it goes bad, I'm willing to deal with the consequences. If it goes good, I'm willing to give God the glory.
Yeah.
I'm never going to take the glory, but as that man, and we talked about this before, I'm going to get up and sacrifice my life.
Mhm.
So a man got two choices he could choose.
Mhm.
A man could be the sacrificial lamb and sacrifice his life,
Mhm.
or that man could be that ox going into the slaughterhouse.
Mhm.
And it's based on our ability to be loyal or unloyal. That's
Mhm.
what it is.
Yeah, like I said, this
Unknown caller.
is very interesting. This whole thing with parenting and having a kid around. I'm gonna even say even within relationship to do it, because like we had to just have conversations and say, okay, hey, if I'm saying something, correct me. You can correct me, but correct me later. And the reason why I say that is while I'm talking to her or while she's talking to her, I don't want to interrupt or negate what she's saying
Yeah.
to that kid. And that kid is looking at it and don't see us on the same page. Yeah. And so
absolutely. And so that's what I meant by created equal, that God does not favor man more than he favors the woman, because the man is the leader. He favors that woman just as well. And so sometimes we see in scripture where God actually spoke to the woman.
Yeah.
And then the man had to go to God and say, God, did you really say this? And God confirmed it. So there are times where God will speak to that woman because she has a relationship with God as well. So again, when I say we're created equal, what I'm saying is that God does not favor man over woman, nor did he favor woman over man. So
no, and I would agree with that, but I think everything has its order.
Yeah.
You know, and in doing things, we have to do it in the proper order, and we have to do it so God created us as husband and wife as one. And so as one we rule, as one we order, as one we do everything. And again, a lot of time if I'm the lead, I'm going to lead in situations, but I'm not leading alone.
Not leading alone.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
And so I think just as women and as men, like I said, we have a lot of room to grow and a lot of room, but we have to understand order, and we have to understand, and I'm gonna say this, you have to be willing to release some of the power or some of the control
absolutely
that you have or that you want for the betterment of the relationship and the betterment of the situation, whatever that may be. Yeah. So.
I can honestly say, bro, these almost 4 years, February will be 4 years. You're really growing, and even though I'm the younger brother, I can go ahead to the future and say that I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And your growth. And,
Vanetta told you.
See, I can't even have a sentimental moment without you even deserving it. Okay. I just keep my compliment.
Thank you.
I just keep it. I'll keep it. All right, so we're heading with the last thought, brother. My last thought on loyalty within relationships is just to continue to grow. Continue to give the same grace to people that I want to give with God. Each and every time that I can show up, I want to do so, and not only just show up, but give 100%, and just learn. I'm learning to be more patient. I'm learning to be more understanding. There's a quote in the Bible that says, "Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger." And I really want to master that. I really want to master that, brother. And so I want to continue to develop in that. I never want to be the type of person who look at mistakes and say, I don't care. Look at failures and say it doesn't matter. To continue to grow, man. That's what this life is all about. And so if I could look back over 2025 and say, you know what, I'm closer to God, not just because I'm saying it, but by way of action, and there's receipts to prove that, then we get a little bit closer to this thing called the zenith, and we can truly be more of who God called us to be.
Right. Brother, when it comes to this thing called loyalty, first and foremost, I want to practice being loyal to self, because if I'm loyal to me, I'm loyal to God. I can be loyal to my wife. I can be loyal to other people. But I think if we don't understand how it feels and understand what it is, it's tough to give it to somebody else. And so I want to practice, and I want everyone out there to practice being loyal to self.
Yeah.
I say all the time, I love me some me. I don't act like it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because some of the things that I go through or that we go through, we wouldn't tolerate certain things if we loved us like we say we love us. And so I think we need to practice loving me some me, and loving you some you, and treating you right. And that's going to allow people to treat you right. That's going to allow everything in your life to be what it needs to be.
Right.
You know. So,
man, these comments today has been fire. When I say our audience is very intelligent, like the word intelligent itself is almost an understatement. Y'all are fire in the comments.
Who on there is not?
Didn't get a chance to answer a lot, but Naomi, oh my God, you brought that fire.
That's what you said. It's not intelligent, Naomi. Who else is
having to find this? You, oh my God, like they in here writing. They got so much information. They writing books.
Who was the second?
We don't want your toxicity right now.
Who is it?
I just want to speak to them from the heart and say he being toxic. No, in all seriousness, like y'all on fire in these comments. Thank y'all for that. Y'all make these just so much easier and so much better. Sometimes y'all have a conversation within the conversation.
They do.
But it be so on point and respectful. So just thank y'all for what y'all do. Our sister Savannah as well. Just amazing comments. Like we had some amazing comments today. So just wanted to take time out to truly say
Buffalo Shabana?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Miss Foxy always come through dropping gems with her knowledge.
Let's get it.
And we had Miss Brittany in there today. So again,
Brit.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Pray that everybody have a blessed weekend. May God bless y'all abundantly.
Guys, we are getting stuff together and having conversations and just to finalize everything for Nolans. And so we're just getting everything together. Me and this brother are having conversations, and we're just about ready to go and start booking everybody and accepting payments and everything like that. Guys, I need, I'm going to say tomorrow, go to the website tomorrow, FromHisPerspectivePodcast.com, and sign up so we know who's all going. We're not asking if you plan on going. Please go there and sign up tomorrow. Not tonight, tomorrow. And so we want to get a count of who's all coming. Guys, we asked before, we want to continue to grow and build. So everybody that came to Dominican Republic, we asked everybody just to bring one person, and reach out. And we want to continue to grow the podcast. We want to continue to love on you guys. We have some ideas that we're looking at that trying to take it up 2 notches, not even 1, 2 notches. We're looking at some things. We have some people that are interested in working with us and doing some things, and we look forward to these new relationships and these new situations that God are blessing us with. And so I'm excited about this year coming up. I'm excited about what we have going on. And yeah, let's get it. And we got somebody that got a birthday in less than 30 days. So yeah, what's your thoughts, old man?
What I'm turning 30 soon?
Guys, we finna go.
I asked the question. I asked the question. Am I turning 30 something? I asked. Jeez Louise.
And a lot of times with this loyalty thing, you know, the lies in between the loyalty.
I didn't lie. I asked the question. I said, am I turning 30 something?
You don't know.
Okay, man. So yeah, New Year's Day.
Okay.
It's going down. Your baby will be a whole nother year young.
Okay.
New Year's Day. I'm just like, wow. I'm excited, man. God is just amazing.
Yeah.
I was called to preach the word next Sunday, so getting ready for that.
Let's get it.
And just being used by God and just like, wow, God will choose me with being so flawed and so much that's not right. But yeah, God will say, because of the fire within you,
Yeah.
we're going to use that and I plan on setting the church on fire next week. But
Let's get it.
I mean, we're going to set it on fire. So
Let's get
just
it.
truly excited for everything that God
And
has
I
in
want to
store.
give a shout out to my nephew. He went and did his thing today, running on the track. He's coming back off of injuries, but he's a strong, willing young man. So we definitely want to continue to keep prayers up for him and
Capricorn season.
yeah, and get it going. Nisi Poo was in the newspaper for her playing basketball and hooping. So, come in and say hi.
Yeah,
We just was talking
come on.
about
We
it.
just talking about it. Come
Yeah,
on, have a
come
seat.
on.
People will pray for you. You never know. You sit right there. Let me see your key. Sit down.
Come on. He straightened out his hair. He got hair in Lorenzo though.
I sacrificed my hair for him.
Oh man.
So yeah, my boy did his thing in long jump today.
Let's get it.
And just,
Let's get it.
you know, we decreeing and declaring that this young man gonna earn a scholarship, full ride scholarship.
All
We
day.
trusting
All
God
day.
for it. So keep
All
on
day.
doing
Let's
what you're
get
doing.
it. Let's get it.
Where you get them socks from, Panel?
Nah.
Come down here with Superman socks. What's that,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Keep your comments to yourself. Don't make me do something to you now. Leave the socks alone.
Oh, pause. I'm making you do something to you. Pause.
Guys, we are out of here. Love you guys. We'll see y'all later.
Pause.